This is a building advisory board meeting, Tuesday, March 12th, 2019. Call to order. Roll call starting at my right.
Ryan White.
Mike McCall.
Mark Frazier.
Rick Walters.
William McBride.
Scott Kraus. Dwayne Grace.
Approval of minutes for the January 8th, 2019 regular meeting.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as written.
Second.
Motion approved. New business, presentation by Brian Rogers with IAMPO on 2015, 2018 edition of the UPC and UMC.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is Brian Rogers.
Afternoon.
Afternoon, it is afternoon, isn't it? Gee, that's what happens when you sit in a car all day, right? My name is Brian Rogers, and I am with the International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officials. And I'm here today to talk to you about the 2018 Uniform Plumbing Code and the Uniform Mechanical Code. Part of my job as regional manager that covers Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, and Missouri is to assist jurisdictions and building advisory boards in updating their plumbing and mechanical codes. So to give you a little background on IAPMO, we were established in 1926, so we've been around for over 90 years. It was established in California by a small group of plumbing and mechanical officials, and we have grown over the last 90 years to a very large membership. And we have codes adopted all over the country and in 11 different countries. Our only focus is plumbing and mechanical. That is what we do, and that's what we've done for over 90 years. It's come to my attention that it's possible the city of Salina will be exploring updating from, I believe it's the 2012 to the 2015, maybe the 18 Uniform Plumbing Code, Uniform Mechanical Code. At this time, our organization is in the process of developing the 2021 codes. Those are due out probably about the first quarter of 2020. So we have expedited our development process so we can get our codes out prior to the year that they would become effective. That does a number of different things for us. It allows jurisdictions to adopt those codes and be current. A lot of jurisdictions will stay one code cycle behind. For example, if the city and the building board wants to look at adopting the 2018 codes in the summer of 2020, then you'd be one code cycle behind on those code adoptions. We pride ourselves on our code as being a very detail-oriented. You can take our codes and you can use the plumbing code, the mechanical code exclusively to do everything from residential to commercial to industrial, from a small kitchen remodel to an air handling unit replacement, all the components that the contractor or the installer needs is in those documents. We have a very strong local chapter here where we provide continuing education to a lot of the licensed professionals here in Salina and surrounding areas. So in closing, part of my responsibility is to assist the building boards in providing technical assistance, complementary code publications, or anything else I can do to assist the jurisdiction and the boards to update their codes. So with that, just to let you know, Sean has my contact information. I can leave you my cards as you move forward. If you do decide to move forward with updating your plumbing and mechanical codes, it'd be more than a pleasure to assist you moving forward in that direction. So with that, if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer any questions from anybody. All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And good afternoon.
I had a quick question for you.
Sure.
In the 2018 or possibly the 2015 editions, is there any code changes that were contentious or possibly hot button issues that you might be able to?
You know, that's a good question, and I'll address that. We do publish a couple documents. This is the 2015 Guide to Important Changes. The 2018 Guide to Important Changes is in publication right now. We don't have it available yet, but it will be available. I'd hate to sit here and pick out code sections because one hot topic for one person might be a hot,
Right.
something else for.
Exactly.
So, but, a lot of the significant changes are identified in these documents that would, assist in your review. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll definitely break it all apart whenever we get into our code hearings and things, but I
Sure.
appreciate your helping with that.
You bet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brian.
Unfinished or other business, update on DWV air testing amendment?
I've talked to a few of you about this already, and a lot of you are probably already aware, but the code amendment request went to the city commission. I think it was 2 weeks after our last meeting. I presented all the same information that I presented to you guys at that meeting, and they voted 5-0 to decline the local amendment. So the code is going to stay as it's written.
What surprises me is they didn't take the building advisory board's, stance on that. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Right. It was, like I say, it was. I'm not really sure how to come about that comment or question or whatever it was, but it was like I said, I presented the exact same packet of information that I did to you guys, and with that information, they made the decision they did. So I'm not sure. Not sure where to go with that.
Well, I guess it just makes me feel like, I'm not doing my job up here, when something like that. You'd think, if it's that big a deal, they could have came back to us and said, what's your reasoning for this?
I also, I went over the minutes of our meeting and the discussion points that we had, the reasoning that there were topics that were brought up in this meeting for reasoning to change it. I gave the safety measures that we had, with the relief valve in place and things like that. But with the other model codes and with the other, I think, jurisdictions and other agencies and stuff that did research on, they thought that it wasn't a good fit for Salina. So I don't know what to say.
So is there any other recourse for the plumbers in town on this matter?
We can use the methods that we had been using. Smoke is still allowable, but as far as being able to air pressure DWV PVC lines, no. They'll just you can use water. If it's in the wintertime, just have to dump some antifreeze in or flush it out. You can use air to flush it out, just can't pressurize it. There was some talk about here a couple weeks ago about possibly using vacuum, because it doesn't say anything about not being able to use vacuum. So if we have to do a little bit more research to see if there's a method to do that. I don't know how long it would take to pull a vacuum on a large system, or what you'd be able to use, but that's an option.
Any other business?
Not today.
Public forum? Guess we'll call for adjournment.
You have to have a motion.
I'll motion for adjournment.
Second. Meeting adjourned.